in every aspect of this football club is that we're competitive.
And certainly Sunderland hope to be competitive next year. He's taken them from the foot of the Championship to the Premiership in the space of 8 months. Here is Roy Keane, and leading the questioning, David Craig.
Can you just take us through the events, first of all, of yesterday for you, how you spent the day and how you got the news?
Just relaxing with my family, like I said I would do last week, and got a text from somebody after the game, and that was it.
The dog gets a good mention again today. Was it out for a walk with you?
Yeah, I took her for a long walk yesterday when the match was on, and took her down for a swim, and that was it really. I have to say, very, very quiet.
You've been very relaxed about this for many weeks, but how does it feel? Your first managerial appointment, your first club, and you've taken them back to the Premiership.
Oh no, it's fantastic. I think the players, the staff, and the fans have been fantastic this season. I think, as you said, you look back last August, September when things were looking a bit bleak, and we managed to turn things around, and all credit to the players and the staff for that. They've been absolutely fantastic.
Knowing the way that you've started running this football club, you'd see this job now as only half done. Next step would be to go up as champions, would it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, you can put your life on that. That's what we'll be trying to do next Sunday, to win a game of football, because winning becomes a habit, and we've managed to do that since the turn of the year. We've won lots of games playing good football, and we'll have supporters travelling down there on Sunday, and it's only right that we put on a good performance.
Obviously you've sampled the Premiership and what it has to offer as a player. How much are you looking forward going there as a manager of a big football club like this? Well,
I can't wait for it. I think it's fantastic. I think the reason I took the job is because I feel Sunderland should be in the Premiership, and not just hanging in there. We want to go up and do well, and I think the hard work starts now for us. It's great that we can enjoy the moment, but for me, my mindset is on strengthening the squad and getting the right players in who will do well in the Premiership.
The fans are obviously excited all over the city, but of course the one thing they're talking about already is who'll be coming, who'll be staying. Have you had much chance to think about that yet?
Not really. I think this week, we'll start with that, because we didn't want to be getting ahead of ourselves, and I'll need to sit down with obviously Niall and Peter Walker and have a look how much I've got to spend. And but again, you could have 100 million to spend. You still got to try and get the right player in, and the right character who will do well for Sunderland, because it is a big club. It's a very good football club, and we want to go up and do well and represent the city.
Well, I'm sure you look very calm. Did you get excited when you heard the news?
Not excited because we weren't playing. Maybe if it was to happen last Friday night when we played, then we would have been. But sometimes there's an element of anticlimax to it, because you're not playing yourself. But having said that, we're still delighted, and it's. I think we've got our just rewards. I think the players have been, since the turn of the year, to go on the run we've gone on. It's been fantastic, and I'm not taking it too lightly. Of course, I'm pleased for everybody, and you get your rewards in football and what you put into it, and the club deserves it.
Does Niall do the cheering for everyone?
I think so, yeah. But again, it suits me down to the ground. Obviously, Niall does a lot of stuff, a lot of PR stuff for the club, and does a lot of hard work in the background. But my focus is always just working with the team, and I've been. That's what I was promised when I took the job, that there'd be no interference. And that's the way it's panned out, and I think that's why it's worked. There has been no interference, because I've said a couple of weeks ago, if there was, I'd be out the door like a shot. And I've been given a free role in doing that. And again, Niall does a lot of good work in the background, like a lot of other people at the football club.
Was it ahead of schedule? Is it something you thought might happen this year?
Well, you always got to have hope in football, but we knew it was going to be very hard. And come Christmas, we knew that we'd have to go on a hell of a run to have any chance of going up, and maybe a hell of a run just to get in the playoffs. But you got to have hope in football. You got to have hope in life, and we always believed that we could turn things around. And but of course, you still have to go out and do the business. And you look at some of the games we've had over the last few months. Very tough games: Birmingham away, West Brom, Wolves at home, Southampton away. Some very difficult games: Cardiff away. And to get maximum points in most of them games is a very good achievement for the players.
No manager lasts a lifetime at any one club, unless you're Alex Ferguson in winning everything or doing well every year. I'm sure that, I know you've only been here less than the whole season, but fans already worry that someone will come in and take you away. What? No,
they shouldn't. You shouldn't worry about the future. The future's today. I'm manager of the football club today. I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. I wish I could. I might win you a few quid on the football coupons. But no, I'm very happy. I'm very focused. I've signed a 3-year contract, and we'll see what happens. But I can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow, I'm afraid.
And I'm sure you're looking forward to every game, but Old Trafford especially next year.
No, we're looking forward to being back in the Premiership. Like I said, I took the job because I feel Sunderland should be there. I think the fans deserve it. They've had some difficult years, and my job is to try and give them put a few smiles in their faces and make sure that we go up next year and we won't be going to Old Trafford or Stamford Bridge or Anfield. We won't be bringing in cameras. The players will be going there to do well and to put on a show.
And hopefully to stop the club being the yo-yo club that it's been for the last few years.
Yeah, the history suggests that, you know, the football club's a yo-yo club. There's no getting away from that. Lots of clubs are like that. There's only a few of the big boys who manage to stay there for, you know, any length of time. So that's part of the challenge for me as a manager, to make sure that we go up there. And as I said, we're going up there with a purpose. We won't be saying if we finish fourth from bottom we'll be happy. Far from it. We want to do as well as we can and represent Sunderland and the history of the club.
The fans have been fantastic throughout the season. Great again on Friday, and even great yesterday in supporting Crystal Palace. How important have they been?
Well, again, I've said from the beginning, it takes a team effort, not just from obviously the fans, Niall and the board, the staff, and of course the players. And I think we've all pulled in the right direction. I think even when we were 2-1 down last Friday night, I thought the fans stuck with us fantastically well. And you know, I think if you want to go in there as a football club, you need a good, solid supporters behind you. And we've had that, home and away. And you have to remember, there's been a lot of disappointments. You know, I remember Ipswich away, Stoke away, Preston away, when we got beaten 4-1. And the fans have always been very supportive of me and the team. So we're glad to give them a little bit of happiness back.
Season tickets go on sale this week. Must have been a nice call to the printers to say, remember, that's Premiership, season 07-08.
Of course. Listen, as I said, you know, we had to earn the right to get out of the Championship. We managed to do that. And now, for the players and myself and the staff, it's great, and all the fans that we're back in the Premiership, because I really, truly believe that we'll add something to the Premiership. There's no doubt about that. And we hope to go up there and do well.
Can I ask, how soon after the game finished yesterday, you spoke to the chairman, or was it just a text?
Just a text. Lots of texts yesterday, and that's it now. Again, even last night, my mindset is thinking of, obviously we want to win next Sunday, but looking at potential targets for next season, because, you know, we do need to strengthen the squad. And again, I'll be sitting down with Niall and Peter and, you know, discussing what money is available for next season.
And with regard to the players, was it just a case of waiting for them to come into training as normal today before you spoke?
Yeah, I spoke to one or two, but then of course just for them to come in today, I think one or two of them, training wasn't the best today. I think there was one or two lads with a few hangovers, but there you go, that's part of it. They've got to enjoy this moment. Of course, they need to get that out of the system now, because we need to be ready for Sunday, because we want to win that Championship. I think the fans deserve it, and, you know, we'd be going all out to win it.
Thank you very much.
Roy, could I just ask you, we spotted Michael Stewart out this morning training. Is that something you're looking at? Or?
Yeah, Michael Stewart came down. I spoke to Michael last week. He's obviously had a bit of a fallout of Hibs, and we've invited Michael down for a week for us to have a look at Michael, and Michael to have a look around the football club, and we'll see how it pans out.
And just finally, I mean, you played for Nottingham Forest, a great club with a great tradition. You're obviously Manchester United, you've been at Celtic. Long term, potentially, has this club got the chance of rubbing shoulders with those sort of teams in the future?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, when you're talking about the clubs of Forest and obviously Celtic and United, three fantastic clubs with, you know, great history. So again, we're in the game to, you know, I'm in here to win games, and it'd be nice to be mentioned with them type of clubs. So all in all, it's been a good week. It looks like United are going to win the league. You know, Celtic have won it. Hopefully Forest will go up. My old team Rockburn, I think we're going to win the league, and if we can win the league next week, it'll have been a fantastic week for everybody.
It's not been a bad year for you then,
No, it's been good, I have to say.
It's been a terrific season for Roy Keane, just about managing a smile, but not quite.
He does, he gets into it.
I think it's fairly predictable, his first comment, or one of the first comments he made, the hard work starts now for Sunderland. He's not gone there to get them promoted to the Premiership, he's got them there to be a top Premiership team.
Yeah.
And that's what he wants. He's sitting down with the Chief Executive, Peter Walker, and also the Chairman, Niall Quinn, of course, for the next couple of days, talking about the war chest and how much money they'll have to spend, and then it's a question of the kind of recruits that he wants and thinks will take Sunderland onto that next tier.
Interesting times for Sunderland fans. Exactly what will they want to hear about, isn't it? How much money they got to spend.
I don't think you'll ever find out.
No. We won't. We'll try and find that, though, for you. We always do.